Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and slowly but surely I feel like my health is finally improving. I say finally because it's not like I've been sick for weeks on end or anything. It's just whenever I get any sort of minor illness or whatever the hell this was, it always feels just crazy. I don't really have a good reasoning for that. That's just how it always feels. It's like my world is coming to an end and my body is deteriorating under the weight of all of this, and well, it's just genuinely not how this ever works out. So, if it seemed like I was being overly dramatic, it wasn't really the case there. That's kind of how it always feels when I get ill. It's like my body is just going, ah, crap, everyone shut down! And in this case, it was particularly bad because I was having this light sensitivity problem where if anything was shining any kind of light towards my eyes, it's like my eyes were burning and they would start watering, and it was super painful and not really fun at all. So yeah, there's that. Alright, so today I thought it would be fun to put together something a little bit more balanced. I also wanted to showcase one of my favorites control methods, which is Mach Stunner, which is clearly not something that you use to do damage with. It's something that you use to control the battlefield. And I'm hoping that you all get a good chance to check this out, because I personally feel as though it's a very good, very strong control method that doesn't get as much love as it probably should. As far as it's a lot of wind plus a little bit of fire. Maybe. Okay, it's been a while since I've used Bouncing Blaze. I think we're gonna go with that. Now, obviously, we're going with kind of a more balanced build, but because it leans a little bit more in the direction of power, I am going to start with the Merchant's Cart, and we'll just see what we can pick up. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab our usual. Now, I do have a couple of requests on board. One request, as I was just recently reminded by Nox's relic choices, is a Death Scythe variant run. And I also had another Fueled Berserk request, which I will probably end up doing in the near future. So let's actually go ahead and take this to Zeal's Forge right off the bat. And of course we have to deal with Atlas at the third spot, why wouldn't we? So, the reason why I like Mach Stunner so much is partially because it just lasts so long. Like, you'll throw it out and it'll keep enemies stunned with hit stun for quite a while. It's one of those spells that I really particularly like, and because it lasts so long, it creates the illusion that the cooldown isn't that great. Now, as I just said, that's just an illusion. But it is a fun illusion. And it also makes it more apparent that how long-lasting the Mach Stunner itself actually is. It can be really helpful. Now, what we really need, of course, is more things that can hit more than one target. And of course, in order to get that, we need Iris. And in order for that to be helpful, we need Iris to not be, being her usual self. We need her to be in a good mood. So let's all put our powers together and hope for Iris to be in a good mood. Assuming we can even find her. Here we go. Oh, she's in a good mood. And I may want to grab Glacial Cross, too, as that will end up being rather helpful throughout the entirety of the events here. Let's double check here, see if there's anything I want. Kind of. I like the idea of Dice of the Nemesis. I also like the idea of Mercury Sandals. But that's a lot of stuff I want to spend my money on. I don't know if I can afford it all. Alright, with the Bouncing Blaze upgrade, we have much greater control over the battlefield. That's going to be huge. So since today is all about Mach Stunner, let's also take a moment to just appreciate that sound effect. It just sounds so magical. Also, in hindsight, I probably could have done without Mercury Sandals, but oh well. Now, one of the downsides of Mach Stunner is that it does, unfortunately, not stop projectiles, so... It's one of those control methods that has a nice wide area, but it doesn't necessarily do everything. Okay, you guys can stop with that crap now. Oh, hello, Doctor. Alright, so if we have the Mach Stunner upgrade in the shop, that would be a big help. Okay, that was just everything that could go wrong in that room. in the world? What glitch did I just come across? I'm hoping everyone here is having a fantastic day. I know sometimes it can be really difficult to even justify trying to have a day outside of a crappy one. And when I say that, I don't mean like you want to have a bad day. I mean just some days are just not designed with positivity in mind. Trust me, I know all about that. And trust me, it's not just because of my mental health. Some days it really is good just to not get out of bed. I know the feeling all too well. Okay, so that could be good for Atlas. That is good for Dr. Saul. Oh, well, there you go. Alright, hold on. Turn it around. Alright, so I know... Oh, beautiful. That's gonna go very well with the Dice of the Nemesis. So, seems like despite what I set my run up to be, it looks like critical hits are going to be the key to victory. Trying to figure out which direction I'm supposed to go. You'll generally know when it's one of those hurts to wake up mornings when you roll over, you hear your alarm and go, oh fuck, here we go. If that's your reaction to hearing your alarm go off, you might just want to consider taking a break. I don't know if that's really going to be all that helpful to me right now, but there it is. And we might as well grab that. What the hell? Fortunately for me, today is not one of those days. I'm starting to feel much better physically, and that's leading me to feeling a little bit better about just things in general. Owie. I have no problem with dynamic disarray. I'm not exactly 100% recovered, as you can tell by the sniffling. I'm still a bit congested and still having a little bit of trouble breathing, but trust me when I say it's way better than it was. As an example, I can actually kind of breathe through my nose. Okay, these long battle rooms and with these spikes in the corners are the friggin' worst. And when I say long, I mean there's three waves of enemies in one tiny room, where you have no room to dodge, and they throw everything plus the kitchen sink at you. Do we have anything good here? Not really. I mean, more control if I wanted to grab Gale Force alignment, but... And here we go again with another one of these rooms. Alright, well I see two things I want. I want this, and I want to adopt the fairy. Pardon me. Ugh. Okay, I can't really afford that right now. Alright, what do you do again? Okay, not really that helpful. What the hell, let's go for it. Alright, I don't really think I'm gonna have much to do with good old Einstein's formula. I'll probably end up getting rid of that in the near future. Is it just me, or do the enemies seem to have an absurd amount of HP right now? Or is this just me and my kind of antsy feelings on the subject? Spice rack. Spice rack I don't think is gonna help as much as I would like to think. but it's a maybe. I think what's going to determine whether or not I buy Spice Rack is going to be fixated on... is going to be focused on what I end up finding outside of all of this. Because it's not like I have cooldowns that really need to be reduced. Right now, cooldowns aren't necessarily the problem. Say the biggest problem I'm having right now is just that one room. Which, let's be fair, a room like that is problematic for every build. Like even if your focus is definitely melee, it's hard to get your footing when you have no room to maneuver. I mean, fancy footwork is a good thing to have, and it'll stop you from getting roasted. But how fancy can your footwork really be when you've got essentially the head of a needle to work with as far as ground to stand on? Ooh, we can make the perfect time crystal. Okay, let's do it. Alright, not bad at all. Alright, let's go ahead and buy that. Alright, so now I have a number of things that I can stack in order to make Merchant's Cart better. And even though I have spells mostly of 2 elements, using those differing spells is going to make sure that my cooldowns stay nice and topped up. Okay, well, screw that spell. Well, I'm screwed. Alright, well, getting caught in the entirety of his signature is putting me in a really bad spot. I am really hoping I can recover from that, because now I'm going into essentially hell with flowers. You know, the entire reason why I got the stupid vitamin gummies. I like Bolt Claymore. I don't think I want it over Dynamic Disarray, though. And everything else there is just kind of for the build I'm using. And there you go. And that is why, if you have the opportunity, never go to Atlas last. Because everything hits like a truck, and it all makes you look stupid. So not a very good look for Mach Stunner. And it does emphasize the idea that even though you've got something good going on, sometimes it's just not enough to counteract problems from earlier in the run. Like I was kind of set up for failure from not being able to dodge Shu's ultimate, and then it just being Atlas's stage and everything hitting as hard as it does in his stage. It was just bad news from the beginning. But hey, hopefully you guys at least got some entertainment out of this. If you did, go through the usual YouTube 5-step to help out with the algorithm and the engagement. It all helps out very much. I appreciate you coming and spending some of your free time here with me today. I hope you're having a fantastic day or night wherever you may happen to be. I will catch you in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and take care, everybody.